I'm Amanda.
The courtroom is filled with a tense silence as the judge delivers his verdict. Dismissed with prejudice, he says, his voice firm. The plaintiff, Ethan, cannot refile this case ever. And the defendant, Amanda, is awarded $100,000 in legal fees plus costs. Ethan is personally liable for the full amount. I feel a wave of relief wash over me, but also a deep sense of vindication. It all started at a family gathering during Thanksgiving. We were at a cozy cabin in the mountains, rented by my parents. The cabin smelled of pine and cinnamon, a warm and inviting atmosphere that was soon shattered by my brother Ethan's presentation. He was trying to pitch his new business idea, a virtual reality art studio, to the family, hoping for financial support. My father, Henry, a conservative and traditional man, was always eager to invest in Ethan's dreams. My mother, Victoria, a kind-hearted but overly protective woman, hovered around Ethan, making sure everything was perfect for his presentation. I sat between my cousin Lily and an uncle whose name I can't recall at the moment. Ethan's presentation was filled with grand ideas but lacked substance. He talked about revolutionizing the art world with VR, but his slides were full of blurry concept images and vague projections. As he droned on, I focused on my plate of turkey, which was disappointingly dry. Then, Lily turned to me and asked, "Amanda, I heard you got a huge promotion at work. Are you still in San Francisco?" I set down my fork and replied, "Actually, I'm moving to Los Angeles. I just bought a penthouse in Beverly Hills for $3 million in cash." The silence that followed was deafening. Henry's glass of wine slipped from his hand, shattering on the wooden floor. Ethan's face turned bright red with anger. $3 million? Amanda, what kind of shady deals did you have to make for that? He spat out. Victoria quickly tried to defuse the situation, saying, "Ethan, honey, you're just stressed about your presentation." But Ethan was beyond reason. He stood up, knocking his chair over, and shouted, "You always have to outshine me. You're so selfish." I looked at him, remembering all the times I had been overlooked. When we were kids, Ethan got a brand new motorcycle for his 18th birthday, while I got a second-hand laptop. He went on expensive trips around the world, funded by our parents, while I worked part-time jobs to pay for my college tuition. I calmly said, "I earned every penny through hard work. You've been given so many opportunities and squandered them all." Henry then intervened, saying, "Amanda, apologize to your brother. You're causing a rift in the family." That was the moment I realized I had to take a stand. I decided to dig deeper into the family finances. I found out that over the past 12 years, my parents had given Ethan over $450,000 for various failed business ventures, including a failed tech startup and a short-lived restaurant. Ethan couldn't handle my success. He started causing scenes at my workplace. One day, security called me to say that Ethan was in the lobby, shouting that I owed him the money for my penthouse. I had to call the police to have him removed. After that, he filed a lawsuit against me, claiming emotional distress and demanding $500,000 in compensation. He even listed our parents as character witnesses, trying to paint me as an abusive sister. But I was prepared. I had gathered all the evidence, including bank statements, emails, and text messages. My legal team, led by the brilliant lawyer Sophia, presented a compelling case in court. On the first day of the trial, Sophia projected a series of slides showing the financial disparities between Ethan and me. There was a large-scale photo of Ethan's 18th birthday motorcycle next to a picture of my old laptop. The judge studied it carefully, his brows furrowed. Our forensic accountant testified about the money trail, showing how Ethan had received a disproportionate amount of financial support. Ethan's lawyer tried to object, saying that the case was about emotional distress, not finances. But Sophia countered that the financial favoritism was directly related to Ethan's false claims. Witnesses like Lily, my mentor David, and some of my colleagues came forward to testify about my hard, working nature and the family's unfair treatment. Ethan, on the stand, was a mess. He couldn't name a single successful business venture, and his excuses about changing majors multiple times in college and not graduating were laughable. Finally, the judge's ruling came in my favor. Ethan's case was dismissed, and he was ordered to pay my legal fees. It was a victory, not just for me, but for all the times I had been silenced. Back in my penthouse, overlooking the glittering lights of Los Angeles, I felt a new sense of freedom. I had established a scholarship fund for underprivileged students, using part of the legal settlement. My chosen family, including Lily, David, and some close friends, gathered around me to celebrate. As I sipped on a glass of champagne, I thought about how far I had come. I had broken free from the cycle of family dysfunction and built a life on my own terms. The past was behind me, and the future was full of possibilities.